Okay, well, it's mid-June. It is almost 90 degrees today. It's getting hot. We're gonna try this YouTube thing. I don't know if I'll be any good at it, but we'll see. So a couple months ago, I did record some videos before all of our new plants were planted. So I'm gonna put those in this video so we can look back at what my vision was then and what we decided to do with the garden now. So I did want to give you a garden tour update on what we've done in our backyard garden beds and up front as well. Wanted to give you an update on our landscaping. We've gotten some work done since the last time we talked. So I want to kind of show you what we've done so far. So we had a landscaper person come in and basically pull out all of the weeds, all of the dead plants, and basically kind of restart. They resoiled, they remulched, they made the edging look a lot nicer. So this really just gives us a chance to kind of completely restart and really know what we're planting. Still learning what's been in our yard. So everything that started to grow back, we kept. So this backyard garden bed, we got a lot of different plants from Southern Living Plant Collection, and also just out and about I went to a Denver Botanical Garden plant sale, so I got a few plants there. But you can see we've filled this space with more of just boxwoods. We have dianthus, that's my new butterfly bush. We have some salvia here. So I'm hoping this space will really start to fill out. We also remulched everything. Pause. We really didn't do much over here. So we have this beautiful silver, I can't remember what this, Silver Falls maybe, or something. I can't remember what it's called. It's got really great ground cover. I actually didn't even know it bloomed any flowers. We have really pretty yarrow over here, yellow yarrow. And then again, we have pincushion flowers I bought at the plant sale, and then more boxwoods. And then over here is my wild card this year, which was little Jackby Little Pumpkins, and they are thriving. They are overfilling that space, but they look really good. So hopefully those pumpkins will turn out good this year. And I'm just starting to collect a bunch of different pots on Facebook Marketplace. So this is another area that they took out. There was a bunch of irises here that was just getting overpopulated. And they ended up just being green stems most of the year. And so we pulled this out, and I think we want to make this a little bit more immaculate. So maybe have some really pristine boxwoods here. And then of course keep our rose bushes. Now back here I'm really excited about because this is really a clean slate. There was almost like a big compost thing back there, so we took that out completely. And my idea is to plant a tree for when the baby is here, so the tree can grow with the baby. So we'll plant that at the same time. I'm not sure what yet, but I feel like it'll be really special there. That's a sand cherry tree or shrub. It's really pretty right now. But yeah, no, again, this is going to be a clean slate. And I'm so excited to figure out what we want to plant and design. I found this on Facebook Marketplace. So my idea is to have little stepping stones out to it somewhere. So over here is my little garden nook. And what we did was add some bigger boxwoods over here. A Woodgelia, which it looks a little dry. I hope it survives. And then some rose bushes, which I think I might have to transplant that one somewhere else because it's really filling the space. And then I added my hanging baskets. I used the Spiller Thriller Filler method, which I learned this year. Painted this black and then added a lantern up top. And then I also added this cute little basket. I think that is Silver Falls. And then the other, I'm missing something here. I might want to add a water feature or maybe like a standing lantern or something, but we'll see. Man, I'm 6 months pregnant and I'm out of breath. Okay. Now back here was our blank slate. So there was really not much back here. And so Linda, my mother-in-law, Linda Vaughter, came in and helped kind of design this place. She also gave our beloved sand cherry tree the best trim ever, and I learned a lot from how she trimmed this tree. So it really, really makes the space feel bigger too. So what we did back here is we added some hydrangeas, which will bloom white and it'll look really pretty against the purpley background. And then we added some heucherella plants and then Everest carex, I believe, or what those are called. And then we remulch, added some stepping stones to the bird bath, added some lantern here. I think the only thing we're missing back here is maybe adding another evergreen tree or some tree back there. And then if you watch Linda's video on YouTube, we are going to add a tree for our daughter. Still haven't decided what tree, but I think it would look really good right here. Provide shade. I can just see our picnic dates underneath the tree, so I'm really excited about that. So the landscape person did come in through the front as well and really cleaned out these beds up here and kept a lot of what was, growing back, all the perennials that were coming back. Again, still trying to understand what's in here. The last video I had about those hydrangeas that the other landscape person cut way back, I am seeing some green buds at the bottom, so I'm really hoping this comes back. I don't know if it'll flower this year or not, but I am excited to see some green here. Not exactly sure what those are. I know that this are these beautiful pink peonies, so I'm excited for those to come back. And then I also planted, Linda had gotten me or had sent a bunch of tulips for us, so I went and planted back in October, and so all of those tulips are coming in. Again, we got rid of a few other plants here, so another bare spot to be able to do something fun with. We kept the irises back there. I wanted to keep a few. And then of course our rose bushes. The rose bushes are coming back, and then again more peonies, which I'm excited about. I also got, again, more cool pots on Facebook Marketplace that I'm going to do some fun flower designs in. More tulips coming up, so excited about those. And then they took out a lot back here, so again, another clean slate that we can really design ourselves, so I'm so excited. Okay, so this is our front yard garden bed, and what we did back here is we added some arborvitaes and then some barberries back there, so I think that'll look really good to fill out the space here. One thing we are going to add up here is a evergreen tree. I think that would look really good. And then we added a little rose bush right here. And then of course I've been very into planting my container pots this year, so added that on that tree stump. I thought that looked good. Actually, that was Jamie's idea, my creative director behind the camera. We had to redo our front boxwoods this year because we made the biggest rookie mistake. I thought they had holes in the bottom, and they did, but they weren't pierced. And so our last year's boxwoods completely rotted and died, and we learned our lesson there. We have our 2 front containers, which I really like this year. Jamie picked out the colors. And then over here, these are all of our really pretty perennial flowers that we didn't add anything here this year. this is all here like when we moved in, and so we're still trying to figure out what's coming up. If you remember in like my first video I did, the hydrangeas, we cut back too far, but they have grown back, they have buds, so I feel like they will flower. If not, they'll be even more beautiful next year. And then over here, we added some heucherellas up front, and then we have really pretty rose bushes, as well as peonies in the back. And so I think the only thing we're gonna do up here is maybe add a couple boxwoods, so in the winter they'll still kind of be green. And then I am gonna plant some summer bulbs. So that's our front. Now this is our favorite spot, I think, in our house. We love to entertain back here on our deck. I did a lot of container planting this year. You can see container planting with really pretty flowers here. And then of course I had to go down Linda Vatter's path in creating some topiaries. So I've been doing that as well. And then I have my herbs and some vegetables I'm growing over here, which I'm excited about. And yeah, I don't know, I love this space. There's my garden bench and then more container plants with some annuals in there. But yeah, really love this space. Goose loves it out here. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please follow Mountain Millennials on Instagram and YouTube. Again, we're gonna try this YouTube thing out, but we'll see how it goes.